She woke up knowing something had changed, but she couldn't explain what it was. It wasn't a dream. It felt deeper than that, like a memory from somewhere else. Somewhere she had been before but couldn't name. She sat up in bed and pressed her palms against her eyes. The image was still there, a tunnel, long and glowing, and the feeling of moving through it, slowly, like she was being pulled by something gentle but unstoppable. Her husband was already awake, making coffee in the kitchen. She could hear the sound of the machine humming. She got out of bed and walked to the window. The morning light was soft and gray. She stood there for a long time, staring at nothing, trying to hold on to the feeling before it disappeared. But it didn't disappear. It stayed with her all day, all week, all month. The tunnel kept coming back, not just in dreams, in quiet moments. When she was driving, when she was washing dishes, when she was sitting at her desk at work, she would close her eyes for just a second and there it would be, the tunnel, the light, the movement. She didn't tell anyone at first. What would she even say? That she kept seeing a tunnel in her mind, that it felt like a memory even though she had never been there. People would think she was losing it, but the feeling grew stronger, the pull became harder to ignore. She started researching. Late at night, when her husband was asleep, she would sit on the couch with her laptop and type in phrases like seeing tunnels and memories that are yours and past life experiences. That's when she found the articles. Stories about people who remembered dying, people who talked about tunnels and light and the space between lives, people who had gone through something called life between life regression. She read for hours. She read testimonies from people who said they had accessed memories of the time between their deaths and their births, the place where souls go, the place where decisions are made, the place where you remember who you really are. It sounded impossible, but it also sounded exactly like what she was experiencing. She found a therapist who specialized in this kind of work, a woman named Dr. Marcus who had been doing regression therapy for over 20 years. She lived 2 hours away, but the woman didn't care. She booked an appointment. The day of the session, she felt nervous, not scared, exactly, just aware that she was about to step into something she didn't fully understand. Her husband kissed her on the forehead before she left. "You sure about this?" he asked. She nodded. "I have to know." Dr. Marcus's office was in a quiet building on the edge of town. The waiting room was empty. The walls were painted a soft blue. There was a small water fountain in the corner that made a gentle trickling sound. Dr. Marcus came out to meet her. She was older, maybe in her 60s, with silver hair pulled back in a loose bun. She had kind eyes, the kind that made you feel like you could say anything. "Come on back," Dr. Marcus said. The therapy room was simple, a large reclining chair, soft lighting, a small table with tissues and a glass of water. Dr. Marcus gestured to the chair. "Make yourself comfortable. We're going to take our time with this." The woman sat down. The chair was softer than she expected. Dr. Marcus sat across from her with a notebook. "Tell me why you're here," Dr. Marcus said. The woman took a breath. "I keep seeing a tunnel. It's been happening for months, and it feels real, like I've been there before, but I don't know when or why." Dr. Marcus nodded slowly. "Have you ever done regression work before?" "No, never." "That's okay. We'll start slow. The goal is to help you access the memory that's trying to come through. Sometimes our consciousness holds on to things from other lifetimes. Sometimes it holds on to things from the space between lifetimes. The tunnel you're seeing might be part of that space." The woman felt a chill run down her arms. The space between lifetimes. Yes, the place your soul goes after death and before birth. Some people call it the interlife. Some call it the spirit world. It doesn't really matter what you call it. What matters is that it's real, and you can remember it. The woman nodded. She didn't know if she believed all of this, but she wanted to. Dr. Marcus walked her through the process. She explained how the regression would work, how she would guide the woman into a deep state of relaxation, how she would ask questions, how the woman should simply say whatever came to mind without thinking too hard about it. "Don't try to make sense of it," Dr. Marcus said. "Just let it come." The woman closed her eyes. Dr. Marcus began speaking in a low, calm voice. She guided the woman through a series of breathing exercises, slow inhales, long exhales. The woman felt her body sinking deeper into the chair. Dr. Marcus told her to imagine a staircase, 10 steps going down. With each step, she would go deeper, more relaxed, more open. 10, 9, 8. The woman felt her mind drifting. Her thoughts became softer, less solid. 7, 6, 5. She could still hear Dr. Marcus's voice, but it sounded far away now, like it was coming from the other end of a long hallway. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then she was there, at the bottom of the staircase. In a place that felt both empty and full at the same time, Dr. Marcus's voice floated through the space. Where are you now? The woman opened her mouth to speak. The words came out slowly. I'm standing somewhere. It's dark but not scary. It's warm. Good. Look around. What do you see? The woman turned her head, even though her eyes were still closed. There's a light in front of me, far away, like a doorway. Can you move toward it? Yes. And she did. In her mind, in the memory, in whatever space she was accessing, she moved forward, one step, then another. The light grew brighter. It didn't hurt her eyes. It felt soft, welcoming. What's happening now? Dr. Marcus asked. I'm getting closer. The light is bigger. It's not just light, it's a tunnel, a long tunnel. And I know I have to go through it. Why do you have to go through it? The woman paused. The answer came from somewhere deep inside her. Because it's time. I'm being called back. Called back where? To life, to Earth, to a new body. Dr. Marcus's voice was gentle. Are you afraid? No, I don't want to go, but I'm not afraid. Why don't you want to go? The woman felt a wave of emotion rise in her chest. It surprised her, because I'm happy here. I don't want to forget. Forget what? Everything. Who I am. Where I came from. The people I've been with. Dr. Marcus let the silence sit for a moment. Then she spoke again. Go back a little. Before the tunnel. Where were you before you saw the light? The woman's awareness shifted. She was moving backward through the memory. The tunnel faded. She was somewhere else now. I'm in a room. But it's not a room like on Earth. It's bigger. The walls aren't solid. They're more like energy, like colors that move. Are you alone? No. There are others here. I can feel them. I can see them, but not with eyes. It's different. Who are they? My group. The people I've been with before. In other lives. We've been together for a long time. What are you doing? We're talking, but not with words. We're sharing, showing each other what we learned. What did you learn? The woman felt tears forming behind her closed eyelids. That I held on to anger for too long. That I let fear control me. That I pushed people away when I should have let them in. Which life are you talking about? The one before this one. I was a man. I lived in the cold, somewhere with snow and ice. I worked hard. I built things with my hands. But I was lonely. I didn't let anyone close. I thought I didn't need anyone, but when I died, I realized how wrong I was. How did you die? I fell. I was working on a roof. The ice was slippery. I fell and hit my head. It was fast. I didn't suffer. But I died alone. And that's what hurt the most. Dr. Marcus's voice was soft. And you're with your group now, processing that life. Yes, they're showing me the moments where I could have chosen differently, where I could have opened my heart, where I could have asked for help. They're not judging me. They're just helping me see. Who else is in your group? The woman's consciousness shifted again. She saw faces. Felt presences. There's a woman. She's been my sister in 3 lives. She's kind. She always tries to help me, but I don't always listen. There's a man. He's been my father twice and my son once. He's patient. He teaches me about strength. Anyone else? Yes, there's someone who feels different. Older, wiser. He's not in my group, but he's here. He's watching over us. Can you talk to him? The woman hesitated. I can try. In the memory, she turned her attention toward this presence. He felt enormous. Not in size, but in energy. Like he contained entire universes inside him. He's smiling. The woman said, he's proud of me. He's saying, I'm ready. Ready for what? Ready to go back. Ready for another life. Do you want to go back? The woman felt the emotion rising again. No, I want to stay here. It feels like home. It feels like I finally understand everything. But he's telling me I have work to do. He's telling me there are people waiting for me. People I need to meet. Lessons I need to learn. Do you know what those lessons are? Yes. I need to learn how to trust. How to love without fear. How to let people in. And you agreed to go back. Yes, I agreed. But I'm sad. I don't want to forget this place. I don't want to forget who I am here. What does he say to that? The woman listened. The voice wasn't made of sound. It was made of knowing, of feeling, of truth that didn't need words. He says I'll never truly forget. That part of me will always remember. That in quiet moments, when I'm still and open, I'll feel this place again. I'll remember. Dr. Marcus's voice was barely a whisper. What happens next? The woman's awareness moved forward. I'm saying goodbye. To my group, to the ones I love. They're telling me they'll see me again. That we're always connected. That even when I'm in a body, living a life, forgetting everything, we're still together. And then I'm moving toward the tunnel. The light is in front of me again. I can feel the pull. It's gentle but strong. Like gravity, like a river current. I can't resist it. I don't want to resist it. It's time. Walk me through it. Describe what you experience as you enter the tunnel. The woman took a breath. In the memory, she was stepping into the light. The moment she crossed the threshold, everything changed. It's warm, so warm, like being wrapped in sunlight. But it's not just warmth. It's love, pure love. I feel it everywhere, in every part of me. Keep going. The tunnel is long. I can see the walls, but they're not solid. They're made of light, moving light, colors I've never seen before, colors that don't exist on Earth. They're swirling around me. I'm moving through them, slowly, so slowly. How are you moving? I'm floating. But I can also feel myself walking. It's both at the same time. I'm drifting forward and I'm choosing to move forward. It's hard to explain. You're doing great. What else do you notice? There are others in the tunnel with me. Not close, but I can sense them. Other souls, other people going back. We're all moving in the same direction. Toward birth, toward life, toward Earth. Do you communicate with them? No. We're all focused on where we're going, on what we're about to do. It's a big thing. Being born, becoming human again. It takes all of your attention. What are you thinking about as you move through the tunnel? The woman felt the emotion building in her chest. I'm thinking about the life I'm about to live. I can see pieces of it, flashes, like a preview. I see a woman. She's going to be my mother. I see her face. She's young. She's scared. She doesn't know if she's ready to be a mother. But I know I chose her. I know she's the right one. Why did you choose her? Because she teach me what I need to learn. She show me fear so I can learn to overcome it. She show me pain so I can learn to heal. She show me distance so I can learn to connect. Do you see anything else? Yes, I see a man. He's going to be important to me. I don't know who he is yet. A friend, a partner, someone I've known before, someone I made a promise to. What kind of promise? That I would find him, that I would help him, that we would help each other. Is that part of your purpose for this life? Yes, one of them. What are the others? The woman listened to the knowing inside her. I'm here to learn to speak my truth, to stop hiding, to stop pretending, to be honest even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Does knowing this make you feel ready? No, I'm terrified, but I'm also excited. I know it's going to be hard. I know I'm going to forget all of this. I know I'm going to feel lost and alone and confused, but I also know it's worth it. I know I'll grow. I know I'll become more than I am now. Dr. Marcus's voice was tender. You're getting closer to the end of the tunnel, aren't you? Yes, the light is getting brighter. I can see the opening. I can feel the pull getting stronger. I'm almost there. What do you feel? Fear, excitement, sadness, love, everything all at once. I'm about to lose myself. I'm about to become small. I'm about to forget everything I know. But I'm also about to become alive, about to have a body, about to feel things I can't feel here. Like what? Touch, taste, the sun on my skin, the sound of rain, the feeling of laughing so hard my stomach hurts, the feeling of holding someone I love. I can't feel those things here, not like I will there, and that's worth it. Yes, that's why we go back. That's why we choose to forget. Because being human, even with all the pain, is beautiful. It's a gift. You're at the opening now, aren't you? Yes. What do you see? I see her, my mother. I see her body. I see the space inside her where I'm going to be. It's small, so small. I'm going to have to shrink. I'm going to have to fold myself down into something tiny. Are you ready? The woman felt her entire being contract. No, but I'm going anyway. Describe what happens. I'm moving forward. The light is so bright now, I can barely see. I'm crossing the threshold. I'm leaving the tunnel. I'm entering the womb. It's tight, dark, wet. I'm curling into myself. I'm getting smaller and smaller. I can't think the way I used to. My thoughts are fading. My memories are slipping away. I can't hold on to them. I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting everything. What's the last thing you remember before you forget? The woman's voice broke. I remember being told that I'm loved, that I'm not alone, that I'll be okay, that even when I can't remember, even when I feel lost, I'm still connected to everything. I'm still part of the whole. I'm still home. And then, I'm just a baby. Just a tiny growing life, and I don't remember anything anymore. The room was silent for a long time. The woman was crying now, tears streaming down her face, but they weren't sad tears. They were tears of recognition, of remembering, of finally understanding. Dr. Marcus spoke gently. You're going to come back now. Back to this room, back to this body, back to this present moment. When I count to 3, you'll open your eyes, and you'll remember everything you just experienced. 1, 2, 3. The woman opened her eyes. The room came back into focus. The soft blue walls, the water fountain, Dr. Marcus sitting across from her with a tissue box extended. The woman took a tissue and wiped her face. She felt different, lighter, like something that had been pressing on her chest for her entire life had finally lifted. I remember, she whispered. Dr. Marcus smiled. Tell me what this means to you. The woman took a shaky breath. I've spent my whole life feeling like I didn't belong, like I was lost. Like I was supposed to be somewhere else. But I wasn't lost. I was just forgetting. Forgetting where I came from. Forgetting why I'm here. And now you remember. Yes, not all of it, but enough. I'm here to learn, to grow, to connect. I'm here to stop being afraid, to stop hiding, to stop pretending I don't need anyone. That's a big realization. The woman laughed, but it was a soft laugh, a relieved laugh. I chose this life. I chose my mother. I chose my struggles. I chose all of it, because I knew it would make me stronger. I knew it would teach me what I need to know. Dr. Marcus nodded. And the tunnel, the image that's been coming to you, it was a memory trying to surface. My soul trying to remind me, trying to tell me I'm not just this body. I'm not just this life. I'm so much more. What are you going to do with this information? The woman thought about it. I'm going to live differently. I'm going to stop being so scared. I'm going to start trusting people, letting them in, being honest about who I am and what I need. I'm going to honor the choice I made, the choice to come back, to be here, to be human. Dr. Marcus smiled. That's beautiful. The woman stood up slowly. Her legs felt wobbly, like she had just traveled a great distance, which, in a way, she had. She drove home in silence. The radio was off. She didn't need any sound. She just needed to sit with what she had experienced, to let it settle into her bones. When she got home, her husband was making dinner. He looked up when she walked in. How was it? He asked. She set her purse down and walked over to him. She wrapped her arms around him and held him tight. He was surprised, but he hugged her back. It was everything, she said into his shoulder. Over the next few weeks, things changed. Small things at first. She started speaking up more at work, sharing her ideas instead of keeping them to herself. She started calling her sister more often. They had been distant for years, but now the woman felt the need to reconnect. She started being more honest with her husband, telling him when she was scared or sad or overwhelmed. At first it felt uncomfortable, vulnerable, but it also felt right, like she was finally being the person she came here to be. Her husband noticed. You seem different, he said one night. I am different, she said. I remembered something important. What, that I chose this life, that I wanted to be here, that even the hard parts are part of the plan. He didn't fully understand, but he could see the change in her, the lightness, the openness. He liked it. The woman kept thinking about the tunnel, about the space between worlds, about the group of souls she had been with, about the wise presence who had told her she was ready. She wondered if the people in her life now were part of that group, if her husband was someone she had known before, if her sister was the same soul who had been with her in other lives. She couldn't know for sure, but it felt true. She started seeing signs everywhere, little moments of synchronicity. She would think about someone and then they would call. She would need help with something and someone would appear to offer it. She would feel lost, and then a song would come on the radio with lyrics that spoke directly to her situation. It was like the universe was reminding her, you're not alone, you're connected, you're supported. She went back to see Dr. Marcus a few more times, not for more regression, just to talk, to process, to understand what she had experienced. Dr. Marcus told her that what she had accessed was rare. that not everyone could remember the space between lives, that it took a certain openness, a certain readiness. You were ready to remember, Dr. Marcus said. Your soul knew it was time. The woman thought about that. Why now? Why, after all these years? Because you needed it. Because you were stuck. Because the memory was the key to unlocking the next part of your journey. The woman understood. She had been stuck for so long, stuck in fear, stuck in the belief that she was broken or wrong or not enough. But now she knew the truth. She wasn't broken. She was just learning, just growing, just becoming. She started writing about her experience, not for anyone else, just for herself. She filled notebooks with her memories, with her feelings, with her questions, and sometimes, when she was writing, she would close her eyes and see the tunnel again, the long glowing pathway between worlds, the place where souls travel when they're ready to be born. She wasn't scared of it anymore. She was grateful for it, grateful that she had been allowed to remember, grateful that she had been given this glimpse into the bigger picture. Her life didn't become perfect. She still had hard days, still had moments of doubt and fear and frustration, but she had context now. She had perspective. She knew that this life, with all its challenges, was something she had chosen, something she had agreed to, something she was strong enough to handle. She thought about the promise she had made, the promise to find someone, to help them. She wondered if she had found that person yet, or if they were still out there, waiting. She kept her heart open. She kept her eyes open. She trusted that when the time was right, she would know. Months passed. Then, a year. The memory of the regression stayed with her, but it became softer, less urgent. It had done its job. It had woken her up, reminded her. Now she just had to live. She started volunteering at a community center, teaching art classes to kids. She had always loved art but had never pursued it seriously. Now she did, because she remembered that part of her purpose was to speak her truth. And art was one of the ways she could do that. One day, a new volunteer showed up. A man about her age, quiet, kind. Something about him felt familiar. They started talking. He told her he had been going through a hard time, that he had felt lost for years, that he was trying to find his way back to himself. She listened. And as she listened, she felt it. The recognition, the knowing. This was him. The person she had promised to help. The soul she had made an agreement with. She didn't tell him that, not right away, but she stayed close. She offered friendship, support, a listening ear. And slowly, over time, she watched him heal, watched him open up, watched him remember his own strength. One day he said to her, "I don't know what I would have done without you. You saved me." She smiled. "You saved yourself. I just reminded you that you could." But inside, she knew. She had kept her promise. She had found him. She had helped him, just like she had agreed to do before she was born. The tunnel between worlds had brought her here, had brought them both here, had connected them across lifetimes so they could find each other in this one. And that was the magic of it all. The beauty, the mystery. We're never really alone. We're never really lost. We're just forgetting, just sleeping, just waiting to wake up and remember who we really are. The woman lived the rest of her life with that knowing, that certainty, that peace. She didn't talk about the regression much. Most people wouldn't understand, but the ones who needed to hear it, the ones who were ready, they found her, and she shared her story, gently, carefully, with love, because she knew that everyone was on their own journey. Everyone was learning their own lessons. Everyone had crossed their own tunnel to get here. And one day, when this life was over, she would cross it again, slowly, peacefully, back to the space between worlds, back to her group, back to the wise presence who would smile and tell her she had done well. She wasn't afraid of that anymore. She was ready, whenever it came, however it came, because she knew now. She knew that death wasn't an ending. It was just a doorway, just another tunnel, just another crossing between worlds. And on the other side, there was light, there was love, there was home. Subscribe for more stories that help you remember.